The quantum detection array hidden within Jupiter's magnetosphere registered the first signs of the invasion fleet on a quiet Tuesday morning. Dr. Maya Chen stared at the readings, her heart racing, as she verified the signatures for the third time. The array, disguised as a routine astronomical research station, had been waiting for this moment for 15 years. "Director Walsh," she called, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. "I believe we have confirmation of Protocol Omega." Harrison Walsh crossed the control room of the Ganymede research station in 3 long strides. His weathered face showed no sign of the tension Maya knew he must be feeling. They had trained for this moment countless times, but reality carried a weight that simulations never could. "Show me," he said simply. Maya expanded the holographic display, revealing the massive energy signatures approaching from beyond the Kuiper Belt. The alien fleet moved with perfect precision, their formation suggesting both advanced technology and absolute confidence in their superiority. "They're not even trying to hide their approach," Walsh noted, his lips curving in a slight smile. "Just as the behavioral models predicted. They think we're blind." Earth's apparent technological limitations have been carefully crafted over decades. Every satellite launch that appeared to fail had actually succeeded. Every experimental probe that went silent had transformed into another node in humanity's vast defense network. The aliens saw exactly what Earth wanted them to see, a species still struggling to reach its own moon, barely able to maintain a functioning space station. Maya brought up another display, this one showing the status of Project Lighthouse. Quantum-entangled sensors scattered throughout the solar system, disguised as space debris, had been tracking the alien fleet since they first emerged from faster-than-light travel. The data they provided was invaluable. "Their energy signatures match our theoretical models almost exactly," she reported. "The weapons systems we develop should be effective." Walsh nodded, initiating the first phase of humanity's response. Throughout the solar system, dormant defense systems began to power up, their energy signatures masked by the natural electromagnetic interference of the planets and their magnetic fields. "Begin transmission of the Fibonacci sequence," Walsh ordered. "Let's maintain our image of a species just discovering radio astronomy." It was all part of the deception. For years, Earth had been broadcasting increasingly complex mathematical sequences into space, appearing to be a young civilization proud of its growing understanding of the universe. In reality, each transmission contained hidden quantum-encrypted messages, coordinating the vast network of defensive installations humanity had secretly constructed. The aliens would interpret Earth's radio broadcasts as the clumsy attempts of a primitive species to communicate with the cosmos. They would never suspect that buried within those simple mathematical sequences were the command codes activating the most sophisticated defensive network ever created. "They're maintaining their current course," Maya reported, watching as the alien fleet continued its confident approach. "Estimated time to Jupiter's orbit is 72 hours. Walsh activated the quantum-encrypted communication channel to Earth Defense Command. "This is Ganymede Station. Protocol Omega is confirmed. The Tower of Babel is ready." The response came instantly. "Acknowledged, Ganymede. All defense sectors are moving to Condition 1. Maintain current observation protocols." Maya watched as more data poured in from the quantum sensors. The alien fleet was massive, comprising over 3,000 ships of various sizes. Their technology was impressive, but their tactical approach revealed their greatest weakness: arrogance. They assumed that any civilization incapable of maintaining a permanent presence on its own moon could pose no threat to their advanced warships. They had no way of knowing that Earth's apparent technological backwardness was the result of decades of careful planning and misdirection. "Should we begin powering up the Jupiter defense grid?" Maya asked, her fingers hovering over the controls. Walsh shook his head. "Not yet. Let them come closer. Let them think they've caught us completely unaware." He smiled again, but this time there was a predatory edge to it. "After all, the best trap is the one your enemy never suspects exists." The alien fleet continued its advance, their formation unchanged, their confidence absolute. In 72 hours, they would learn why humanity had chosen to appear weak while secretly building the most formidable defensive network in known space. Maya returned to monitoring the quantum sensors, knowing that across the solar system, other hidden installations were doing the same. Humanity had spent generations preparing for this moment, and soon the aliens would discover that they hadn't found an easy conquest. They had found a trap 50 years in the making. 3 miles beneath the Pacific Ocean, Commander Sarah Reeves stood in the control center of Deep Station Alpha, surrounded by holographic displays showing the alien fleet's steady advance through the solar system. The underwater facility, officially listed as a deep-sea mining operation, housed Earth's most sophisticated quantum defense network. "Status report on the quantum grid," she ordered, her voice carrying across the pressurized chamber where dozens of operators monitored their stations. Lieutenant David Chen, no relation to Maya at Ganymede, brought up a detailed holographic representation of Earth's oceanic defense system. "Quantum grid is operating at optimal efficiency, Commander. All nodes are synchronized and ready for activation." The entire network was a masterpiece of deception. What appeared to be standard undersea communications cables and research stations were actually interconnected quantum computers and weapon platforms. Each node was capable of generating controlled gravitational distortions that could tear apart even the most advanced alien vessels. "Message from Ganymede Station," announced Communications Officer Jessica Torres. "The alien fleet has passed Jupiter's orbit. They're moving faster than anticipated." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. Of course they were moving faster. Their scans would have shown them exactly what humanity wanted them to see: a planet protected by primitive chemical rockets and basic orbital satellites. They had no reason to be cautious. "Begin power-up sequence for the quantum grid," Sarah ordered, keeping missions masked by the natural geothermal activity. The alien sensors would detect the increased energy output, but Earth had spent decades establishing a false pattern of geological activity. Any unusual readings would be attributed to underwater volcanic vents or tectonic movements. "Commander," David called out, his voice tight with excitement, "we're detecting quantum communications between the alien vessels. The encryption is exactly what our simulations predicted." This was the true genius of humanity's preparation. While appearing to struggle with basic spaceflight, Earth's quantum computers had been analyzing alien communications for decades, breaking their encryption methods and studying their tactical protocols. "Begin quantum interface," Sarah commanded. "Let's see what they're saying to each other." The decoded alien transmissions appeared on the main display, automatically translated by the quantum eye. The aliens were discussing their invasion plans, confident in their superior technology and overwhelming numbers. They had no idea they were broadcasting their tactical intentions to the very people they planned to conquer. "They're deploying scout ships," Jessica reported. "Current trajectory suggests they'll enter lunar orbit in approximately 6 hours. Sarah nodded, remembering the countless simulations they'd run for this exact scenario. "Initiate Protocol Poseidon. All stations prepare for Phase 1. Throughout Earth's oceans, what appeared to be standard research buoys and weather monitoring stations began to transform. Quantum-locked weapon ports opened silently, their energy signatures masked by the surrounding water. Each platform contained devastating weapons specifically designed to target the weaknesses in alien shield technology that Earth had spent years studying. "Message from Earth Defense Command," Jessica announced. "All sectors report ready. We have authorization to proceed with Operation Undertow." Sarah took a moment to study the tactical display. The alien fleet had spread out, preparing to envelope Earth in what they assumed would be an overwhelming show of force. Instead, they were positioning themselves perfectly for humanity's trap. "Quantum grid is fully powered," David reported. "Gravitational distortion fields are primed and ready. The alien sensors are still showing only normal geological activity." "Very good," Sarah replied. "Now we wait for them to get nice and close." She thought about all the years of preparation, all the resources humanity had poured into this moment while maintaining the illusion of technological inferiority. The aliens would expect resistance from space-based weapons and primitive orbital defenses. They would never think to look beneath the waves for humanity's true strength. Why would they? According to all their intelligence, Earth barely understood the principles of nuclear fusion. "Commander," Jessica called out. "New transmission from the alien fleet. They're beginning their final approach vector." Sarah straightened, her expression focused. "Send word to all stations. Maintain current status, but be ready for instant activation. When they launch their first attack, they'll learn why humanity chose to hide its greatest achievements under the sea." In the depths of Earth's oceans, the quantum defense grid hummed with contained power, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. The aliens thought they were about to conquer a primitive world. Instead, they were swimming into the most sophisticated trap ever devised, created by a species that had mastered the art of appearing weak while secretly becoming strong. Captain Raj Patel floated in his command pod, disguised as a defunct weather satellite in low Earth orbit. Through quantum-encrypted displays, he watched the alien fleet approach the moon, their formation spreading out like a net meant to entangle its prey. They had no idea that Earth's orbital junkyard of seemingly abandoned satellites and space debris was actually an intricate web of advanced weapon platforms. "All orbital units, maintain radio silence," he whispered into his neural link. "Let them think we're nothing but space junk." The alien fleet's scout ships moved forward, their sensors sweeping through space with casual confidence. Raj watched through his pod's quantum sensors as they passed within meters of Lieutenant Emma Martinez's position, her weapon platform perfectly disguised as a broken solar panel from an old communications satellite. "They're not even bothering to dodge the debris." Emma's voice came through the quantum link, tinged with amusement. "Their shields are deflecting everything automatically." Raj smiled. The aliens' arrogance was exactly what Earth had counted on. Why would an advanced civilization waste energy avoiding what appeared to be harmless debris? Their sensors showed only inert metals and basic electronics, the kind of technological remnants you'd expect from a species just beginning to explore space. "Primary fleet approaching lunar orbit," reported Lieutenant James Chen from his position near the L2 Lagrange point. "Their formation suggests they're preparing for a standard orbital bombardment." Through his displays, Raj watched as the massive alien ships moved into position around Earth's moon. Their weapon ports were opening, energy signatures flaring as they prepared to demonstrate their overwhelming technological superiority. "All units, initiate quantum synchronization," Raj commanded. "Prepare for protocol avalanche." Across Earth's orbit, hundreds of seemingly dead satellites and pieces of space debris began to wake up. Quantum computers, hidden behind facades of primitive technology, linked together into a single unified network. What appeared to be broken solar panels and twisted hull fragments oriented themselves with microscopic precision. "Quantum sync complete," Emma reported. "All platforms showing green." The alien fleet had arranged itself in a perfect attack formation, their ships positioned to rain destruction down on Earth's major population centers. They expected to face primitive missile defense systems and perhaps a few orbital weapons platforms. Instead, they had surrounded themselves with the most sophisticated weapon network ever created. "Message from Deep Station Alpha," James announced. "Commander Reeves reports the underwater quantum grid is ready. We have authorization to begin." Raj took a deep breath, thinking of all the generations of preparation that had led to this moment. "Initiate protocol avalanche. Show them what Earth's junkyard can really do." Across Earth's orbit, pieces of space debris transformed. Quantum-locked weapon ports snapped open, revealing arrays of gravity-lance projectors. Broken solar panels unfolded into fields of phase-shifted antimatter generators. What appeared to be abandoned rocket stages revealed themselves as quantum singularity projectors. The aliens' first warning was a massive surge of energy signatures where their sensors had shown nothing but space junk. Their ships reacted with impressive speed, shields snapping to full power microseconds after detecting the threat. But they had prepared for the wrong kind of attack. First wave impact in 3, 2, 1. Emma counted down. The space around Earth lit up like a new sun being born. Gravity lances struck first, their beams invisible but devastating. Alien shields, designed to deflect energy and kinetic weapons, meant nothing against weapons that distorted the very fabric of space-time. Ships at the front of their formation began to twist and break apart as localized gravity fields tore them to pieces. Multiple direct hits, James reported, his voice professional despite the excitement. Their shields are actually amplifying the gravitational effects, exactly as our simulations predicted. The alien fleet attempted to regroup, their formation breaking apart as they tried to respond to an attack they had never expected. But every piece of debris they had ignored, every broken satellite they had dismissed, was now revealed as a deadly weapon. Second wave, execute, Raj ordered. Time to show them why you should never underestimate a species that turned its garbage into a weapon. Phase-shifted antimatter streams lanced out from transformed solar panels, bypassing alien shields completely. Quantum singularity projectors created microscopic black holes that lasted just long enough to tear holes in the largest enemy vessels. What had appeared to be a graveyard of failed space exploration was revealed as humanity's greatest military deception. Enemy fleet attempting emergency faster than light jumps, Emma announced. Their drive signatures are spiking. Perfect, Raj smiled. Activate the quantum entanglement field. The aliens discovered too late that the space around Earth had been subtly altered. Their faster-than-light drives, attempting to tear holes in space-time, instead encountered carefully crafted quantum interference patterns. The results were spectacular as ships attempting to escape vanished in brilliant flashes of light, their drives catastrophically failing. Through his quantum displays, Raj watched as the once mighty alien fleet dissolved into chaos. Earth's orbital junkyard had been transformed into the perfect trap, turning the aliens' own arrogance against them. They had come expecting to find a primitive species barely able to reach orbit. Instead, they had found a civilization that had mastered the art of hiding its true strength in plain sight. Dr. Arya Patel stood in the heart of Atlas, Earth's quantum artificial intelligence defense center, buried deep beneath the Himalayan mountains. Holographic displays filled the vast chamber, showing real-time mathematical models of the ongoing battle. The alien fleet's desperate attempts to regroup were being predicted and countered before they even began. Quantum probability matrix is holding stable, her assistant, Dr. Marcus Wong, reported from his station. The AI is maintaining its predictive accuracy at 99.7%. Arya nodded, watching as streams of quantum calculations flowed across the displays. While the aliens saw only primitive computer systems on Earth's surface, Atlas had been analyzing their technology for decades, breaking down their tactical algorithms into pure mathematics. They're attempting to adapt their shield frequencies, Marcus announced, highlighting a cluster of surviving alien vessels. The AI is already calculating countermeasures. On the main display, complex mathematical formulas twisted and evolved in real time. Atlas wasn't just predicting the aliens' moves, it was rewriting the laws of physics around their ships. Each quantum calculation created new ways to bypass their defenses. Their tactical AI is impressive, Arya observed, studying the patterns. But they made one critical mistake. They programmed it to fight a primitive enemy. Earth's apparent technological backwardness had served another purpose beyond simple deception. It had led the aliens to program their combat systems with simplified algorithms, never expecting to face an opponent with quantum computing capabilities. Alert from Orbital Defense Network, Marcus called out. The alien flagship is attempting to deploy their primary weapon system. Arya smiled as Atlas's displays shifted, quantum calculations predicting the exact frequency and power output of the alien weapon before it even fired. Let them. Show me the probability calculations for Protocol Pythagoras. The AI responded instantly, filling the chamber with mathematical models. Each formula represented a different way to turn the aliens' own weapon against them. Atlas had spent years analyzing their technology through quantum entanglement sensors, understanding it at a level even the aliens themselves didn't grasp. Initiate quantum interference pattern, Delta, Area commanded. Let's show them what real mathematical warfare looks like. Across the battlefield, Earth's defense systems began emitting precisely calculated quantum fields. To the alien sensors, it would appear as random energy fluctuations, the kind of electromagnetic chaos you'd expect from a planet's magnetic field. In reality, each fluctuation was part of an incredibly complex mathematical equation. Enemy flagship is powering up their main gun, Marcus reported. Energy readings are off the scale. Area watched calmly as the massive alien vessel prepared to fire what they believed would be a devastating attack. Status of the quantum interference field. Field is stable and synchronized. All defense platforms are ready. The alien flagship fired, its weapon releasing enough energy to vaporize a small continent. But the laws of physics around Earth have been subtly altered by Atlas's quantum calculations. The energy beam entered a carefully constructed mathematical maze of quantum interference patterns. Quantum redirection active, Marcus announced, his voice tight with controlled excitement. The AI's calculations were perfect. The aliens watched in horror as their own weapon's energy was caught in a complex web of quantum mathematics. Atlas rewrote the underlying equations of reality in real time, turning their attack into a feedback loop that traveled back through their own fleet. Multiple enemy vessels experiencing catastrophic power failures, Marcus reported. Their shields are collapsing under their own reflected energy. Area studied the quantum probability streams, watching as Atlas predicted and countered every attempted countermeasure. The aliens were fighting with advanced technology, but Earth was fighting with pure mathematics, rewriting the rules of the universe itself. They're transmitting new orders to their entire fleet, Marcus said. The AI is decoding it now. They're calling for a full retreat. They're actually running. Of course they are, Area replied softly. They came expecting to find a species that barely understood basic algebra. Instead, they found one that had turned mathematics into the ultimate weapon. Through the quantum displays, she watched as the surviving alien ships desperately tried to escape. But every move they made had already been calculated by Atlas, every escape route already closed by precisely predicted quantum interference patterns. The aliens had brought impressive technology to this battle, but Earth had brought something far more powerful, the perfect marriage of quantum computing and pure mathematics, guided by an AI that had spent decades preparing for this exact moment. Send word to all defense stations, Area ordered. Tell them to maintain the quantum interference fields. The aliens are about to learn that against sufficiently advanced mathematics, even their most powerful weapons are useless. Supreme Admiral Kextol stood on the bridge of the last surviving Imperial command ship, watching in disbelief as his mighty fleet was systematically dismantled by what should have been a primitive species. The holographic displays showed the impossible. Earth's orbital debris transforming into advanced weapons, ocean depths revealing quantum defense grids, and mathematical equations that seemed to rewrite reality itself. My lord, his second-in-command reported, mandibles clicking with stress. We've lost contact with the entire third battle group. They're faster than light drives. They just ceased to exist. In near-Earth orbit, Director Harrison Walsh coordinated humanity's final moves from a previously hidden command center on the moon. The facility had remained undetected for decades, shielded by technology that made it appear as nothing more than a natural crater. All defense networks report ready, Maya Chen announced from her station. The quantum grid is maintaining full coverage. They have nowhere left to run. Walsh nodded, studying the tactical displays showing the remnants of the once mighty alien fleet. Open a channel to their command ship. Let's end this before we have to demonstrate our remaining capabilities. In the depths of the Pacific, Commander Sarah Reeves watched as her underwater quantum platforms maintained their gravitational containment field around the surviving alien vessels. "Deep Station Alpha standing by," she reported through the quantum link. "They're not going anywhere." Captain Raj Patel's orbital defense network had transformed from seemingly harmless debris into a perfect cage of advanced weaponry. "Orbital platforms locked on target," he confirmed. "Any ship that moves gets a practical demonstration of quantum physics." From ADLAS, Dr. Arya Patel monitored the quantum eyes calculations. "Probability of successful enemy escape attempts is now 0, she reported. "All possible variables have been accounted for." The transmission to the alien command ship went through. On every screen across Earth's defense network, Supreme Admiral Kextal's image appeared. The alien commander's usual arrogance had been replaced by something approaching awe. "How?" Kextal demanded. "Your species barely had nuclear fusion. Your mathematics was elementary. Your space program couldn't even maintain a proper orbital station." Walsh allowed himself a small smile. "That's what we wanted you to see. Every failed launch was successful. Every primitive calculation contained quantum encrypted messages. Every piece of space junk was a weapon waiting to be activated. We've been preparing for this moment since we first detected your empire's expansion 50 years ago." The alien admiral's compound eyes widened. "Impossible. Our stealth technology." The alien admiral's compound eyes widened. "Impossible. Our stealth technology." "Was impressive," Walsh acknowledged, "but not perfect. We detected your first scout ships decades ago. Instead of announcing our discovery, we chose to prepare. Every war we didn't fight among ourselves, every resource we didn't waste on showing our strength, went into building what you see now." Across the solar system, humanity's true technological achievement revealed itself. The moon's surface rippled as more hidden facilities emerged. Mars's polar ice caps shifted, revealing massive defense installations. Even Mercury's scorched surface concealed quantum weapon platforms. "Your civilization spans 1,000 worlds," Walsh continued. "You expected to find another easy conquest. Instead, you found a species that chose to appear weak while becoming strong. We knew we couldn't match your empire ship for ship, so we chose a different path. We turned our entire solar system into a weapon." In orbit, on Earth's surface, and in the depths of its oceans, humanity's defense network stood ready. 50 years of preparation, of maintained deception, of unified purpose, had created something unprecedented. A defense that turned an entire star system into an inescapable trap. "These are your options," Walsh stated calmly. "Immediate withdrawal from our solar system, followed by a formal recognition of Earth's sovereignty and a non-aggression pact. Or," he gestured at the surrounding defenses, "we can demonstrate our remaining capabilities." Supreme Admiral Kextal, commander of 1,000 successful conquests, leader of the most powerful fleet in known space, did something unprecedented. He surrendered. As the alien ships were escorted from the solar system under heavy guard, Walsh stood in the Lunar Command Center, thinking about the price of victory. Humanity had sacrificed its chance to reach for the stars naturally, choosing instead to turn its creative energies toward defense. They had hidden their true nature for generations, maintaining a deception that spanned decades. But they had also achieved something remarkable. For the first time in its history, humanity had completely unified toward a single purpose. Every nation, every resource, every scientific breakthrough had been dedicated to protecting Earth. They had turned their greatest strengths, creativity, deception, and the ability to work together in the face of overwhelming odds, into an impenetrable shield. "Send word to all stations," Walsh ordered. "Operation Looking Glass is complete. It's time to show the galaxy who we really are." Across the solar system, humanity's hidden achievements began to emerge from their carefully maintained camouflage. A new age was beginning, one where humanity no longer needed to hide its true capabilities. They had protected their home not through overwhelming force, but through patience, preparation, and the ultimate deception. appearing weak while becoming strong.